Welcome back to another edition of Mill Creek Range. Benji here with you, and today I'll be trying out this Cimarron MP523 in 44 WCF, and today we're going to be running some black powder loads through them. So let's see how she shoots. Pretty sweet. Of course, hitting low, so having to aim high. And when I was running smokeless loads through this one, I was running 60, no, not 60, 6 grains, thinking of black powder. When I was running 6 grains of Trail Boss with a 200 grain cast bullet, this one here was still shooting low, so having to aim high, and so out of those 5 shots I put 3 on the plate, 2 misses, and so probably going to have to work on the front blade. May look at filing it down a little bit to bring it in a little more closer. Not going to get it specific or perfect, but I do want to get it a little bit closer than what it appears to be now. I may come back at a later time and run off of a bench where I'm more steady and have a more precise point of aim to it. But it's still definitely shooting, probably just looking at where I hit here, probably I'm going to say between 8 and 10 inches low from my point of aim. So let me reload and we'll do this again. Well, okay, yeah, it's a little late evening down here up on the range. Time was getting away from me. I was wanting to get down here and do a little bit of shooting, but yeah, just with the heavy air, the smoke from those last 5 loads are sort of lingering about. Wish that you could see it, but probably the camera wouldn't pick it up too well. But I'm gonna shoot 5 more rounds, try to hold a good steady point of aim, and then when I get done with that, then I'll step back and move the camera down so you can see exactly where it's hitting up on the plate. Okay, well, those are loaded. These cast projectiles here are loaded with my big lube groove bullet that I've been casting from the Accurate mold, which is, I think, 43-215C. I believe that's Accurate Mold Company, 43-215C. It's a big lube. It was a mold that a gentleman by the name of John Court off of the Cast Bullets, BOOLITS forum, helped design specifically for the 44 WCF. It's got a nice deep wide lube groove, carries a lot of lube. The lube I'm using up on these are SPG, and makes the cleanup very good. Now the powder I'm running is Swiss 2F, and I'm running a charge of 35.5 grains. Now you know with 2F you can measure it out by volume. Pretty much your volume capacity also reflects over to your weight capacity. At least that's what it does for me. I can what I typically do is first pour a couple of dispenses out by volume, and then I take that volume amount and then I take it over to my scale and I weigh it, and it typically weighs right at about the same exact weight as it does volume. So my 35 grain charges has been, again, 35 grains volume up on my scale and on my weight scale as well. So these here I loaded 35.5. Not really sure why I did the 0.5. I just did, and they pack a pretty good punch. Actually these cast projectiles, they weigh out. I'm using pure lead. They actually weigh out 222 grains. So I'm gonna move the camera down and shoot off a few more rounds, and I'll let you see where I'm hitting. So getting back at it, I haven't shot a lot of black powder revolver, so I'm learning. Love my rifles. Really want to learn more on the black powder cartridge inside of revolvers. So learning, and this next one, these projectiles, these bullets I've got loaded up, they're 35 grains of 2F Swiss, but they're running a different projectile. I picked up a mold on eBay here a few weeks ago. It's a 100-year plus old Winchester mold, single cavity steel, and the inside was in very good shape. I'll put some pictures up here on the inside. Had a little bit of surface rust. Actually, whoever had casted with it last time, which from the looks of the bullet that was in it, they had left a lead projectile in the mold. Now, I actually work inside of the corrosion field, rust, and lead is a great rust inhibitor. That's why it was put inside of paint many years back. And it's still inside of some protective coatings today, but very few and far between, and you just can't go and purchase that type of coating. But lead is a very good rust inhibitor, so whoever had used that mold before knew to leave that last bullet projectile in that mold for storage, and it helped keep the corrosion down on the inside of that cavity. Unfortunately, I didn't take pictures after I had cleaned it up. I got inside of a rush, but it was very light rusting in it. Basically, I used some navel jelly, a little bit of swabbing on with a toothbrush, and don't tell my wife I used hers. But cleaned that, mold up, let it sit for about 10-15 minutes with that navel jelly, and then rinsed it out with nice warm water. Use that toothbrush, clean that, mold out. I mean, it come pretty much spotless. And throwed a nice projectile. I don't know, I cast about, I think 29 of them. I left one in, so I cast 30, and I left one in. So that's what I'm shooting with right now, is these bullets. I think there's 3 lube grooves on it. And so I'm going to be shooting some projectiles that comes out of 100-year-old, probably plus, steel mold from Winchester. Okay, again, 44 WCF, and they dropped right at 0.429 inches. So let's see how these here shoot. Miss. Counted right. That should be 5. Yep. All 5. And boy, the smoke is hanging. So that's going to do for today's episode. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to be shooting some more of this. Again, this is a Cimarron. It's an MP523, chambered in 44 WCF. Has a 5.5-inch barrel, and it's got 4 clicks. So it is a 4-click gun. It is made by, I think it is actually made by Uberti, I believe. Don't hold me to it, not thinking right now. But anyway, hope we'll see more of this one here later on. And y'all have a good day. Catch you next time. Make sure you click like and subscribe. Thank you.